Are you ready for the eclipse season to wrap up and begin anew in the next couple days, depending on when you're watching this? It's happening on the 25th of March, and it is big, it is bold, and it is fated. So if you're interested in learning more, this is going to take us back in time 18 and a half years, as well as 6 months before. So go ahead and grab your notebook, grab your pen, let's go. Okay, let's start with our history class, right? So I want you to look back to 2004, the end of 2004, to the middle of 2006. What happened in your life? What big events? What shifts? What changes? What big moments, happenings happened to you where you had to grow, where you had to adjust, where you had to learn, get out of your comfort zone? Now, 18 and a half years later, we have the same nodes, Aries and Libra, affecting the sky again. So similar themes, but different placements are happening too, because now we have Pluto and Aquarius, so a different underlying rebirth happening overall. And there's a couple other placements that have changed, but in general, these themes could come back in a different way to visit us over the next, couple years. So also look back at October 14th, 2023. That was the solar eclipse in Libra happening. And now we're at the closing completion point, right? So it's the full moon lunar eclipse in Libra, 5 degrees. So whatever themes were coming up, we're finally putting the seal of completed or fullness to it as we're eclipsing it out. But also we have the total solar eclipse happening on April 8th. So between the 25th and the 8th of April, those 2 weeks, we are going to see a buildup of things going on to kind of give us a preview of what to expect over the next 6 months to a year's time. And it will be big and it will be powerful, but it's going to be beautiful when it comes to the other side, because it's all fated for the betterment of each other and as a whole. So with all lunar eclipses and eclipse seasons in general, it's really fated events where we get to close out and end all karmic cycles, or certain karmic cycles that have been really keeping us stuck and from progressing in life. And so it's really a time to go, okay, it's time to be real. What is coming up for you right now that you know needs to end? It can be an old way of thinking. It can be a relationship. Now, Libra does rule, or Venus does rule Libra. And so Venus is asking you, how are your relationships in general? With yourself, with each other, with your family and friends, and coworkers, and with your job. And in general, like, where are your boundaries? Do you need to reestablish your boundaries and what you want in life? Most likely that's a yes. You do need to probably reestablish some kind of boundaries. And what isn't aligned with you anymore? Or what did you finally come to that aha moment, like, this just doesn't feel right. This isn't aligned with me. Like, I just don't enjoy this. I don't enjoy them. I don't enjoy this environment, whatever it is. What's coming up for you right now? Because this eclipse, we just had the new moon in Pisces on the 10th, and it's affecting, still, we're having some kind of closeout, a quick closeout to that. So whatever you wanted to begin and you're like, okay, I need to do this. Well, what do you have to end to make room for it? This eclipse is eclipsing something out of your life to make space. So look back at that new moon even at the beginning of the month and go, okay, what could shift? Because chances are it's all connected anyways. You were already feeling it in the pulse. So there's more history for you to look over. So this eclipse season, again, is South Node Libra and North Node Aries, which is really, really prominent because it is literally saying what we're comfortable with, what we need to let go of, with where we're headed. So it goes from a we to a me. Where do we need, what helps all of us out to what do I need to do? So you're reflecting on everybody, but then it's your life. So you're taking that independent approach, going, I see for myself this. You used to think that I was good at this, but I don't enjoy that, right? So it's taking people's opinions, tossing them to the side, and reevaluating what you see for you. So with the Libra eclipse south node, it can be relationships with, bosses, with partners we've had for years, with friends who just don't reflect who we are now, because we're always evolving. Everyone does. That's part of life. And so it's really getting real with yourself, going, this house just doesn't feel right. Like I feel like I should be in a different environment. Okay, people will be changing things to realign with what's correct for them now, not 18 years before. It's now. So you might have those themes pop up again, going, okay, I'm going to have a new career. Okay, I'm going to move. I'm going to have a new relationship. Oh, look at that. My 10 years of marriage is going away because it's just not right. We're not on the same page, right? So big things and themes are coming up for everyone, but it's being open to changes and embracing the unknown and embracing change, because it's only for the betterment of yourself. So big life changes will happen if you like it or not, but if you can accept it and embrace it, make it joyful, right? Like enjoy the journey, because we can't really control it. It's fated. So this is where we all joke around and say, Jesus, take the wheel, because really you can't do anything but put out good energy, right? And just hope for the best, because it's all karmic and karmic cycles are closing. So let's continue on. So it is at 5 degrees Libra, and in the degree world, it is ruled by Leo. The 5 degrees is ruled by Leo. So what is Leo? It's that excitement, it's childhood, it's children, it's love, it's passion, it's entrepreneurial, it's what we find exciting, and we want to be out in the spotlight, right? Like we want to be seen, we want to be heard, and it's being authentic, and it's being an individual. Leos like attention. So with that degree happening at this Libra lunar eclipse, it's perfect where we're shifting from that we to me, right, into Aries, North Node on the 8th, and just going, okay, this just doesn't work anymore. So this is really when you bust out and you put those boundaries up and you don't care. And you might be really connecting with your children or kids in general in a different way too, going, well, I thought I wanted kids, but I don't. Oh, I do want kids. We're going to start trying for kids. Whatever it is, you might be welcoming a child into your life around this time. 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after is the strongest. But after an eclipse, it goes 6 months to a year's time where you start to see all of the changes really implement into our lives. So on a grand scale, this could just be, big surprising events. And we have Venus conjunct Saturn at the same time as this eclipse. Again, it's in that Leo energy, right? So what could be happening? We might be seeing the loss of a famous female actress. Things like that can come up around this time. And we're really being asked, like, to be seen, to not be afraid, to take the curtain down and just be authentically you, right? Plus, we have a Venus sextile with Jupiter and Uranus, and we have the moon trine Pluto. We have so much happening. So with that, with the moon trine Pluto, we're like, I thought I could trust them, but they told everybody the one thing I said not to tell, right? So we go, ugh, my trust and who I thought were part of my circle, they might, really upset you. But this is a time to, again, our relationships with everyone, our friendships, Our personal relationships, cheaters are going to be coming out. So if you've been cheating on your partner, sorry dude or dudette, you're going to get called out. And in the next 6 months, like, rest in peace to that. Like, you cannot, you're going to be fed to the dogs. It's rough. So anyways, just tell the truth. Don't do that. I can tell you that all day, but anyways, it's your life. But you will be called out. Like, it's karma, and karma is not taking prisoner. Like, whew, it's going to be rough. So if you are doing some things that you shouldn't, you will be called out. And we're already seeing it in the public, right? So like Kellogg's, the big boycott happening on April 1st, because again, those things are just not great. And Pluto and Aquarius is saying, see ya, power to the people. And then also like the Diddy thing going on, like P. Diddy or whatever he goes by now, I don't know. But like all that trafficking and horrible, horrible things, like it all comes to the light. Jay-Z and Beyonce, like, yeah, it's all gonna keep coming out. So this is just the start of it. It gets worse and then it gets better, right? So I'm just going through, I'm like, there's so much. The moon is quincunx Mars. So it could be like a secret attack going on. Even in the Middle East, we're like, all that product that they want to deliver, what's really happening, right? Ukraine, things like that, like the things under, like it will come out. We have to put, the eclipse has to eclipse it all out. It's all faded. There's just so much. I'm like, where else should I go with this? Oh, you know what? The do's and don'ts. Let's get into it. Grab a new sheet of paper because this is different. Okay, with eclipses, it's time to do things and not do things. So let's get into it. I have a lot. So, in different cultures, they literally say, do not look at the eclipse by any means. It's not great. It's not good luck. It's not good for the body. It's like an illness, basically, is how it's seen and felt. And with that being said, they don't want you, cultures, lots of different cultures, do not want you to cook on this day. And if you do, dispose of the food before the eclipse. So the eclipse is happening very late evening on the 25th. So basically when you go to bed on the 25th, throw out the food you cooked under that energy, right? And if you do keep it, on the 26th, sage it. If it was me, I would not be cooking and I would be throwing out my food, because you don't want that energy going into the newness on the 26th. So when we have an eclipse, it's the moon, the sun, and the earth all aligned, which is your mind, body, and soul. So your soul is totally complete and it connects with the different realms 1000%. So when you put in this old energy on the upside of the eclipse, so on the 26th forward, you don't want to take the old energy with you. That's how you get stuck in cycles, basically. So if I want to break that down further. So then, the other thing is, like, don't make major decisions. So if you're making a life-changing decision to like change a job, to move, to, you know, change your diet or whatever it is, it's not the time to do it. It really isn't. It will be done for you regardless. Like, you'll make those decisions, but not on the eclipse. Wait till after the 28th, 29th, when things start to ease up. I'm going to say wait till after the 11th or 12th of April. Why? Because we have that total solar eclipse in Aries on the 8th. And that whole 2 weeks after the 25th, big things are going to happen anyways. So I wouldn't make huge decisions. Just be patient and let things flow. Now, what I would do during this time is create like your affirmations, do your mantras, do your chants, and lots of meditation. If you can do the meditation on the eclipse and after, again, you are totally in alignment, mind, body, soul, with the the earth in the center, right, of the sun and the moon. So it's you totally aligned to hear on all dimensions. So for healing purposes, for getting those messages of like, what do I need to do next? You can hear it. You'll see it, you'll feel it, you'll know it. So angel numbers are going to be very big too. Just hearing songs with messages in them, getting all those like insights from, you know, a movie, or just when you're out and about and you hear something. Yes, you're going to get the messages. It's also like really a great time to do donations. Get rid of the old energy. If there's food you have in your pantry that you can donate to the less fortunate, please do. It's really a time of connection and removing things we don't need, right? We're making space for the new because it's coming anyways. So make more room. But really, like, you don't want to overcrowd your system either. So eating lighter, if you can fast, that's better, because then you have more connection to the other dimensions, and we're going to have it anyway, so it just amplifies it, right? If you can do energy work, if you can do yoga, yoga nidra specifically, it's great to have that connection. Hypnotherapy and Reiki, if you can do Reiki or have it done for you, but it's really for yourself. So because you have all this connection again with the other side, with the other dimensions, so you can get all that information. It's all available to you. It's what you do with it. I'm just trying to think if there's anything. I have a couple things, like emotionally, it will be more emotional, right? Lunar eclipses, we're eclipsing things out. Our emotions are on high. It's a full moon. And so if you have mood swings, check out. Just go say, okay, I'm going to go meditate. Okay, I can't go tonight. You shouldn't be out anyways in it. But if you are, just say, okay, I'm just not feeling it tonight. I'm going to go home. I'm not really hungry, right? We're just keeping things light and easy and airy. Libra's air. So thoughts are coming in anyways at a quicker speed. But anxiety might be higher. So it's not just you, it's everybody. Be really safe on the road too. If you don't need to drive, don't drive. If you don't need to be out with people, please stay home. Please stay and meditate, work on yourself, introspect, whatever you can. But it's a time of just tuning in. And don't take the energy with you. If I can like really push that, watch the food. It's huge because it's energy. So you might want to take a nice cleansing bath the night of on the 25th, and then the morning of the 26th, do it again. It's a ritual, right? So work with your crystals and just let them cleanse you, let them lay with you. Like I would be doing just some basic crystals, just like clear quartz, or I know a lot of people are getting into the amethyst too, just for that connection that time of day. Why not? Why not? And you can sleep with them around your bed that night just to make sure you are protected. You can do like obsidian and just grounding stones too, just because it is so airy. Stay grounded, right? Put your feet on the ground. Get outside, walk around. Yeah, I just feel like there's going to be a lot of endings, but only to create room for new beginnings. So think of this as an exciting time. I hope I've given you some ideas. I think I've explained enough what to do and not to do, and how to protect yourself, right? And you can always see yourself in that beautiful white light bubble, or gold light, whatever you would like, but just call on the angels and they'll help you out. Always. But really just take care of yourself and your emotions, because it is so emotionally charged at this time. But with that, I'm sending you so much love. Bye for now.